Trust me, I don't want to sound arrogant with this, but I can sit down at a piano and just play around 40 to 50 songs from memory. No sheet music, no chord charts. And again, it's not to show off, and it's not because I'm a genius. It's because I follow a simple system that makes chord playing easy. And in this video, I'll show you how I do it and how you can do it too. So step one is to stop thinking in chord names and start thinking in Roman numbers. So what does that mean? In chord playing, we can use the names like G major, D major, and so on, but we can also give those chords numbers. So if you count up in a scale of G major, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. So the G chord would be the 1. Now, which number would the I almost said it there. Which number would the chord D major be? Again, we count from G, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is called the 5 chord. Then we go up, E minor is the 6 chord, and C major would be the 4 chord. Maybe you've heard of this. This is the famous 1, 5, 6, 4 chord progression, which is probably the most commonly used chord progression in a lot of songs. And for this video, I'm going to use the example of Adele's Someone Like You, which in the key of G major will sound like this. Now, once I stopped thinking actually in chord names and started thinking in these numbers, this is where it clicked for me. And this is what allows you to take a song like this and, for example, just put it in another key. Let's say we want to shift it down one key to F because we're accompanying a singer and G is just a little bit too high for them. So it would sound like this. And again, the benefit of this is to learn, for example, this one chord progression and be able to play a lot of different songs in a lot of different keys already. So when I'm memorizing 40 different songs, I'm not memorizing 40 different progressions. I just have maybe 4 or 5 progressions, and each of them is used for 10 songs just in different keys. Step 2 is to train your ear just a bit. Don't get worried, we won't go into too much theory and how to develop your listening. The first thing I want you to do is to, maybe if you can, sing along the melody while you're playing the chords. So for Adele, it would sound like this. Never mind, I'll find someone like you. And this doesn't have to be pro singer quality. It's just a tool to teach your brain to think in melody and chords at the same time. And also one thing you can do is to try to anticipate the chord quality before you play the next chord. So we know in this chord progression, we're going to go to D major. Now, can you imagine what this D major is going to sound like? You know, you have this inner ear where you can talk to yourself in your head. It's how you, for example, read a book and not speak loudly. Can this inner ear already imagine what this D major chord is going to sound like? And then once you think you have it, play the chord. And now we're going to go up to E minor. Now we're changing the chord quality to minor and we're going up one step. Can your inner ear already kind of hear this before you're playing it? And you don't need to develop a perfect pitch here. It's just one step to show your ears what to listen for. And this is what improves your ability to memorize a whole list of songs like I do. Step 3 is to be smart with your chord patterns. Now, one left hand pattern that you love and one right hand like voicing inversion is just enough for you to play a list of 10, 15 songs already. So for example, if I go like this, Then I have a simple left hand pattern and this way of playing the progression. And then I can apply it to a whole list of songs already. So you don't need to memorize a pattern for each song. You reuse them again. You play each song with a similar pattern and style, which also creates like a recognizable aspect for you and your playing. And again, we're not trying to memorize songs. We're not trying to memorize something we play for each individual song. We're building skills and applying them to new songs. Step 4 would be now to play the melody. Now again, you don't need every note exactly where she's singing it, just the contours enough. So for example, like, and you can also sing along. And once you got this melody down, this is where you start to get the actual feel of the song. So if I play a chord progression like this one, it could literally be hundreds of songs. That's the whole reason why this idea works. But now once we add the melody, this is where we actually start to get the song we're playing. Now step 5, this is where it gets really interesting. Here's where we're using inversions and keeping the melody on top. Now, if this sounds a bit too advanced for where you're at right now, then wait till the end of the video. I'm going to explain how you can easily learn inversions and what I'm talking about here. Now we want to, for example, instead of playing our G major here, we want to go to first inversion up here, because this way our melody that we played before is now on top. And only the note on top is actually the one that your brain perceives as a melody. So if I want to play the melody here, then it doesn't quite work because your brain hears this one as the top note and it will think that this is the actual melody you want to play. So we start here. Where does the melody go next? It goes down here. We have a D major in second inversion. Now it goes up. Like this. And now we already played the beginning of the chorus with melody and chords, which is an awesome step, and this is really where the whole song starts to come together, and it makes you really sound 3 times more professional. And still, we didn't require any theory, by the way. Now, whenever possible, put this melody up top, and then you can again start to apply your pattern. And notice how I didn't even play the melody exactly as Adele's singing it. I'm just kind of getting the contour of the melody, and it's enough to for the listener to know what song you're playing. Now, step 6 is to put it all together. Now, you want to go through a list of your favorite songs and play them without stopping, really, because this is how we can play for other people, right? They don't want a break when you're playing piano for them. We want to become fluent in the songs we're playing, which is why you have to repeat them, and you'll mess up at some point, but you also start to really get fluent with the music, with your repertoire, in your style. And this is where the memory actually comes from. It doesn't come from reading sheet music or worrying about the chord names for each song that you're learning, just the type of progression, the type of pattern, and we repeat those and we build them into our memory. And if you want to go deeper with chord progressions, inversions, and patterns, then you should check out my course called Chord Mastery. It's a step-by-step system that shows you how to use chords and how to understand them, and so you can actually play the songs you love from memory. Click this video if you want to, and I'll see you guys again in the next lesson.